You want your ex back, but you feel lost. You don't know what to say or do to make it happen. But instead of making big moves right now, what you really need to do is slow down. Analyze your choices and make sure you're not making any of the mistakes that I talk about in this video. In fact, if you were to take no action at all, this would be far more effective than doing the right stuff while also making any of these mistakes. This is because it's much easier to screw things up with your ex than it is to get them back. It's really a potential minefield. Lucky for you, I'm here to help you get through it. I'm Dave Barker, and this is the Breakup Corner, where we offer the best and most thorough videos about breakups anywhere on the internet. While you're here, please hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you'll get informed every time I have a new video for you. Now let's get into the mistakes you need to avoid if you want your ex back. These mistakes are both extremely harmful and extremely common because most of them make sense on paper. I wouldn't blame you for making these mistakes because they often seem like the right thing to do in the moment, but the truth is that getting your ex back can actually be a pretty counterintuitive process. But if you follow my advice, you will maximize your chances of getting a second chance. Mistake number 1. Staying in close contact. Staying in close contact with your ex is another pretty easy mistake to make post-breakup, especially if you want your ex back. You think that if you never let them go, never stop talking it out, you'll never really lose them. But you're actually speeding up this process. This is because you're helping to establish yourself as their ex in their mind. Think of it this way. Say you break up, then 2 days later you text your ex. They see this message and all the memories of you and the relationship come flooding back. Their heart is beating. They're wondering, what do they want? But then you have a normal conversation, ask about their day or whatever. Then 2 days later you call them again. This time they're curious, but not as curious. And then you reach out a week later and a few days after that, again and again. Now imagine it's been 30 days since the breakup. You text your ex a simple message and they feel nothing. Or worse, they feel annoyed. What do they want? What do they keep texting me about nothing for? This is not the feeling you want to inspire in your ex. Now imagine another scenario. It's been 30 days since your breakup and you haven't contacted them at all. Now when you reach out to them on day 30, they're going to be surprised and interested in what you have to say. All those memories are going to come flooding back. This is because you haven't worn out your welcome. You haven't changed how they see you. You haven't gone from their former flame to their annoying ex. There's much more to it than that as well. Contacting your ex will make them miss you less. And we haven't even gotten into what you say when you reach out. Are you asking them for a second chance? Are you being overly nice? Are you being too aggressive? This is all going to drive your ex away from you and make it much easier for them to move on and find someone new. So keep contact with your ex to the essentials only. If you have to pay a shared bill, if you have to pick up the kids at school, anything else is just going to hurt your chances. Mistake number 2. Giving your ex gifts. If you want your ex back, you may have considered sending them flowers or a gift to show them that you're serious and that you care about them. While this is a nice thought, it's not going to help you get them back and will most likely just drive them further away. This is pretty counterintuitive because it's something that helps us connect to someone romantically while we're dating. But the key word here is dating. You and your ex are not together right now, so sending them a gift is not going to send them the right message. To your ex, it may feel like you're trying to just buy their love instead of actually understanding their point of view about the breakup. This can be really hurtful to your ex. The same goes for romantic letters or big, over-the-top romantic gestures. They seem good on paper, but what you're really doing is just putting pressure on your ex. If you do anything like this, your ex is going to know immediately that you want them back. If they feel the same way, then this is great. But if you're watching this video, I'm guessing you don't know how your ex feels, or you do know that they feel confused or downright negative towards you. In any of these cases, there's an almost 100% chance that your ex is going to feel that pressure to respond and that they're going to reach out to you and say, "Thanks for the letter, but it's over. Please leave me alone." If this happens to you, it's going to be difficult or impossible to come back from. This is why I always recommend a more subtle approach if you really want your ex back. You need to show them that you can be a good partner and not just that you're good at shopping. Mistake number 3 is trying to use words rather than actions. You can't talk your way back into your ex's arms as much as you might want to. After a breakup, most people try to reach out to their ex and talk to them about their relationships and their breakup. They don't know that this is actually a guaranteed way to make things much worse. They think that if they can say the right thing, they're gonna magically change their ex's feelings and make them come running back into their arms. But let's think about this for 2 seconds. Your ex loved you. They cared about you and they were attracted to you, so much that they decided to try to create a relationship with you. All this tells me is that breaking up was not an easy decision. They had to agonize over this for weeks or even months, and at the end of the day, they decided that this was the only path forward. So what are you going to say right after the breakup that's going to change their mind? Odds are you've had multiple talks, discussions, or even fights about the issues in the relationship, and those weren't enough to change things. And now that the two of you have broken up, that's a huge hurdle to making this relationship work. Not only that, but your ex is worried that they won't be able to resist getting back together with you, so they've hardened their heart against you, meaning that they're really not going to consider what you have to say at this point. They're simply going to be trying to put distance between themselves and you, both physically and emotionally. This is a lot to overcome, and it's not going to be achieved through words alone. Sure, you will end up reconnecting with them via text or phone, and you're going to have multiple conversations to make this happen, but that's not actually convincing your ex that they've made the wrong choice and that you're not the one for them. At least, not in so many words. It's more about re-attracting them, showing them that you can be the person that they want to be with by showcasing your best qualities and actively improving yourself. So don't think that you'll be able to use words alone to flip your ex's perception of you upside down. It's going to take serious thought, action, and, of course, time. Mistake number 4 is being their friend. Many people try to stay friends with their ex following a breakup. Whether this is a genuine attempt to maintain a friendship, a way of softening the blow of the split, or an attempt to get back together, it doesn't really matter, because almost without exception, it ends in the same way. Drama and hurt feelings. I think most of us know that this is a bad idea, but we think that we'll be the exception. We'll keep them close, and eventually they'll realize they made a mistake in letting us slip away. They'll see that we're more than just friends. We're the one. But this never works, for a couple reasons. First off, going from partners to friends is a major downside in the relationship. For better or for worse, most people are looking for constant progress in life and in their relationships. What we want is the next big and exciting thing, and if we don't get it, we start to look elsewhere. Being friends with your ex isn't new or exciting. It's not moving forward, it's moving backwards. So your ex is never really going to value the friendship the way that you'd like them to, because it's not possible to be that excited about being friends with your ex. And if they don't value the friendship, they're not going to value as much as they did in the relationship. And since they were already starting to sour on you to the point that you two broke up, it's pretty clear that lowering the heat level even more here is not going to be the thing that gets you two back together. Secondly, you two want different things. You want them back. What they want is a little less clear, but it's pretty obvious that they don't want you back right now if they're asking to be friends. They may want to make you feel better because they regret hurting you. They may want to keep you around as a backup plan to make themselves feel better about being single. This way they can have you around for support and validation as they heal the wounds of the breakup and begin dating again. They may actually want to be your friend. More likely, they don't really know what they want, and it's possibly a combination of all of these things. In any case, you two are not on the same page here, and a relationship with two people is hard enough when you are on the same page. Now you're going into it with two sets of expectations and needs, so you're practically guaranteed to clash. Or you might be able to push down your own feelings and pretend to go along with what they want, and just end up hurting yourself more in the process. And third, being friends with your ex is a very low value move. It shows your ex that you don't value yourself. You don't have other options and you're willing to stick around hoping they change their mind. Desperation is not attractive. On top of this, you're actually helping your ex get over you by offering them emotional support and love, albeit as a friend rather than as a partner. So just please don't do that. Mistake number 5, getting into serious discussions with your ex. So what about when the time comes to reach out to your ex? Is now the time to really hash it out? Talk about the breakup and everything that went wrong in hopes of coming to a reconciliation? The answer is no. Absolutely not. This is another very common mistake people make. Talking with your ex about the relationship or the breakup is generally a very bad idea. Pretty much any kind of serious discussion where you bring up old drama, go over old arguments, or discuss the things that led to your breakup in the first place are usually just recipes for disaster. This type of stuff is almost certainly a contributing factor that led to the collapse of your relationship. How is rehashing old disputes or revisiting old problems from the past going to make your ex want you back? All that does is remind them of why they wanted you out. What you need is for your ex to let go of those bad memories and problems that led to the breakup in the first place. As a matter of fact, research has shown that negative memories tend to fade over much quickly than positive memories. This is a natural human coping mechanism. This means that your period of no contact after the breakup can help your ex forget about the negatives and latch onto the more nostalgic and positive memories about you. Every time you talk with your ex about the relationship or engage in any kind of bickering or drama or mind games, you're actually just digging yourself deeper into a hole and making yourself look less attractive in the eyes of your ex. So focus on the good things that you bring into the relationship. Rebuild attraction and intimacy with your ex. There will be a time to hash out past issues, and that time is when you're safely back together in a relationship. That just about does it for this video. Have you made these mistakes, or have you managed to avoid them? I want to hear from you down in the comments below. I read and respond to everyone I can, and I love hearing what you have to say. And also, while you're here, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more videos just like this one. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Dave Barker, and I'll see you next time in the Breakup Corner.